Hello, friends. Today we're diving into a big puzzle. Why are houses so expensive now, and why is it so hard for young families to buy a home? 20 years ago, buying a house was a big dream, but it was possible. Back then, the average house cost about $150,000. But fast forward to today, and that same house might cost over $350,000. That's more than double. You might think, okay, everything gets more expensive. But here's the twist. While house prices flew up, the money families make didn't grow much. 20 years ago, the average family earned about $50,000 a year. Now it's around $68,000. Not nearly enough to keep up with house prices. One big reason for the price jump is there aren't enough houses for everyone who wants one. This makes each house more valuable. Builders aren't building enough new houses, either because it costs too much, or there's just no room in places where people want to live. Getting a loan to buy a house used to be tougher. Higher interest rates made borrowing money more expensive. Now, rates are lower, which sounds good, but it actually makes even more people want to buy houses, pushing prices up higher. Year 2000. Mortgage rates at the turn of the millennium were higher than they are today. According to Freddie Mac, the average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage in 2000 was about 8.05%. Year 2023 to 2024. As of now, average mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage are significantly lower, around 6.5% according to recent data from major mortgage lenders and Freddie Mac. Don't forget to hit that button and stay tuned. So, let's get some real-life examples. To provide an example of monthly payments for a home priced at $250,000 with a 10% down payment for the years 2000 and 2024, we'll first calculate the principal loan amount and then use the mortgage rates for each year to determine the monthly payment and total amount payable over the life of the loan. Let's use the following example. Take a home with a price of $250,000. The down payment is 10%, which comes as $25,000. The loan will be $225,000. The usual term is 30 years. For the year 2000, rates were 8.05%. That makes the monthly payment of $1,660. And the total amount payable over 30 years is almost $600,000. Now for the year 2024, the interest is 6.5%, which makes the monthly payment of $1,420, and the total amount payable over 30 years will be approximately $511,000. As you see, nowadays we will have to pay almost $90,000 less for the same mortgage.
Income requirements.
To determine the income necessary to afford this home, lenders typically use a debt-to-income ratio, DTI. The preferred DTI varies, but generally, front-end DTI, housing costs only, is ideally no more than 28% of your gross monthly income. Back-end DTI, all debt obligations, should not exceed 36% for conventional loans, though it can go up to 43% for other types. In order to afford a $250,000 home, we will need gross monthly income of approximately $5,000. That's $60,000 a year. Of course, these figures are estimates and can vary depending on other factors such as property taxes, homeowners insurance, and other debt obligations, which all impact the overall affordability and lending criteria. So as you can see, it's actually cheaper to buy a home nowadays. So what has gone wrong and why we can't afford it? I will let you decide it, but here is a hint: currency supply. Another twist in our tale: investors. They buy houses not to live in, but to make money. This means fewer houses for families. These investors sometimes rent out these houses for high prices, making it hard for normal families to afford them. So, here we are, trying to solve this big puzzle. Why are houses so expensive? It's because of high demand, low supply, investor buying, and loans that attract even more buyers. For families like ours, it means we have to save more, wait longer, and maybe not get the house we dream of. It's a tough journey, but understanding the problem is the first step to solving it. Thanks for joining me today, and keep asking questions.